Y'all hanging out with has-beens, I'm hanging out in Lisbon. This is day one of my yearly black packing trip through Europe and my first day in Portugal. And as with every trip, I will be trying to answer the age-old question, where the niggas at? So after I put my stuff down on the Airbnb, I checked out the city center because I wanted to see perhaps if they were there. I will say Lisbon is actually very diverse in a way I did not anticipate, which is great because I needed an alternative country to Spain because I promised I would never return there. However, I will give the Spaniards that they know how to whip up a good paella. Amazing even. So I had to find a Portuguese equivalent, which I was told was arroz de mariscos. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I am putting a little twang on it. And I will not lie to you, this particular dish needed some salt. But once I added that salt, it had a little glass of red, bodied it. Then I had to go home and take a nap, y'all. I tell y'all all the time, I am not a superhero. I am a 28-year-old woman. So 12 a.m. rolls around, I get me some Uber Eats. This dish also needed some salt. Not sure what's going on with that. But then I got ready to hit the club. One thing you need to know about Lisbon if you go is that the parties last until 6 a.m. and they don't really start till 2. But this particular party, the niggas were at though. I even called myself interviewing some people, y'all. Don't even remember what I asked. But don't you know, even though the parties end at 6 a.m., they got the nerve to have after hours. I told my mom that and she said that's called taking a shower and going to work. But the after hours were lit. This is where I found the Brazilian and a little bit of ballet funk. Then I had the nerve to stay till 7 a.m. The light was flooding into the after hours. That's not who I am anymore. It's a new day.